This is Dr. Leonard Scott with Ty Scott Records, and you're tuned in to RHEMA Gospel Express on KROVFM.com, the station reaching around the world.
The time is now for the Wealthy Life Skills Show by Veronica Brooks, hosted by Ambassador James Lockhart.
That's right, San Antonio, right now. Normally you would hear Veronica Brooks on the air with us right now, but today it's Christmas. And she would just like to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. But I have a special guest that's in here, that's in the studio with me right now. And, you know, with Veronica, we're always talking about wealthy. Well, Veronica was not the Veronica that you normally hear, but her name is Veronica Leno. And she's here with us today, and she has a wealth program. And I just thought about that.
Yes.
It kicks right on in.
Yes.
So, Veronica, you're in good hands. And we're praying that you will be back with us real soon, that your health. And those of you that don't know, Veronica went to the hospital, but she's doing well. She's doing well, and she's recovering and be back soon. And so those of you that are looking forward to seeing her and to come into your area with Brother Les Brown or his daughter, I want you to know, she's coming. So get ready. But right now, Veronica, you're here with me. We're going to talk a little bit about the wealth. Now, you were sharing with me a little bit earlier that about wealth, how you help people to tune up, to prepare their bodies. Mm-hmm. Share a little bit more with us.
So I help people to, become wealthy in their health and tune up their bodies. So the physical tools that I use, it's actually a year program broken down into 4 3-month intervals or phases of training. I also use the principles of exercise science, playing with a concept called periodization. And so with the program, the exercise program piece, I'll take people through different styles of activity, get your heart rate elevated at different rates, have people going through different exercising, changing variables like weight, resistance, so people will have an outcome, and that's called reaching their physical goal.
Now, do you have, do you have equipment there also?
Yes, we do. We use equipment that's not going to be as abrasive on your ligaments and tendons, so things like resistance bands, weighted boxing gloves, sandbags, things of that, dumbbells, things of that nature. I don't like using items that are going to possibly lead to injury.
Okay. Now, wealth. In your spine. Mm-hmm. Okay, now explain, because I went to a therapist and they were explaining all this, and maybe you can bring it up because a lot of people don't know.
Right.
But in your spine, in the middle of your spine, your bones should be like this, right?
Right.
Okay, separate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, over the years, if you do not take care of yourself, then those bones will come together.
Right.
Why is that?
There's several reasons why that could happen. So as far as your bones coming together or separating or not optimally functioning, there are, as far as the exercise science principles go, and with my degree, things that will help you to maintain a more beneficial health would be to do things like stretch. Okay. Which a lot of Americans don't do. Even when it comes to when we're talking about your skeletal system, because your muscular and skeletal system, they work in conjunction with each other. And so if you are seeing like things in your back happening, you want to ask yourself, have I been stretching? That's extremely important. You also want to take a look at the food that you've been eating, because this does affect everything. But then you also want to look at your water intake. That's also huge. A lot of people, there's so many people who may not see the importance of drinking at least 8 glasses of water per day. And so those are things that you want to look at, and that's from my perspective. Because I'm not a chiropractic, I can't go in more into their field of study, but from my field of study, those are some tips that I would give someone as far as dealing with those issues.
Okay. San Antonio, once again, we're talking to Veronica Leno. She's a member of
the Rock Fellowship
with Pastor Kevin Duhart. Pastor Kevin Duhart has it seems like he has all those inspired and inspirational and motivating entrepreneurs at his church, and they're young people too.
Yes.
Okay, now let's go back. Let's go back to our channel. That would also let him know that I'm giving him, a shout out. Directing people too. But anyway, your health.
Yes.
Now, also, can you share a little bit about keeping your mind stimulated?
Yes, I can. So as far as being stimulated in your mind, so when you work out, you have these things that are released, and I'm going to go a little bit into the scientific realm. These things that are released, they're chemicals in your brain called endorphins, and they're actually happy feelings. And so as far as, yes, and as far as having a mental clarity and just a rightness in mind, actually doing physical activity will help to release those happy feelings. And so you can just be level or have a more level playing field as far as your emotional well-being. There are things that I do. When I'm working out, I'm not always working out for physical gain. I call them therapy sessions. So when I'm stressed out, worried, anxious, feeling some type of way, I see exercise as an outlet for that. For me to go about my day, for my mental, to have to be in my right mind. And one thing that I pray is that people will actually feel the same way. That they will see that exercise is an outlet to that could possibly help you to sustain a mental fortitude, and to have a mental clarity, and to have a right mind and strength and body, because I think that's so important. There are so many things in this world that will tell you that you're not enough. Like, we have so many so much adversity that people kind of that will experience, and it's also my prayer that we can connect the dots and use exercise as a tool to build us up, and say, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to work out because I may be stressed, I may be anxious, I may be depressed, I may be feeling however you're feeling, but I'm also here because I'm going to look for victory even in my physical struggle. Because a lot of people will actually avoid the gym because they associate pain with working out or going harder on that elliptical, right? But you actually need that. And so there's a lot of concepts that people are learning when you put yourself in that situation. It's a mindset development. I mean, we do this whenever you're in the military, going through basic training. People will break you down to build you up, but a lot of that is so you know that you can take it, and so that you know that you can handle this, and that you're made for more. And it's my hope that we would see those connections as well, and seek that, and not run away from that. It's important.
Oh, she's talking about commitment, y'all. She's talking about commitment. She's talking about commitment.
Yes, I am.
Now, you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, she is 29.
Yes, sir.
29 years old. Pastor Duhart has somebody that, ooh. But she's top on the game. Now, share with me, because while you were talking, I'm trying to keep up with you.
Mm-hmm.
But why is it important for you to stand on top of your head? What does that do to the brain?
Everything. you know what I thought about, and when you asked.
Wait, before you say it, ladies and gentlemen, you must understand that this was not a rehearse. I'm throwing questions out to her that she's not even expecting me to ask. She don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. But see, I'm going way back to when I went to Japan and I saw those people standing up on top of their head, and they say it stimulates the brain. So I always wanted to know, how does it stimulate the brain? Because it got me dizzy.
Yeah. Did you try it?
I tried it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Like I said, the endorphins, the happy feelings, like literally scientifically, you have chemicals that are released from your brain when you're working out, and they actually help you to feel better. When it comes to dealing with sadness or other instances in your life.
Now, are you saying if you stand on top of your head, if you're feeling sad,
No.
you become happy?
No.
Oh.
I'm saying that working out. Now,
Okay.
I don't know about the standing on top of your head. I'm not a doctor. I have a degree, I have a degree in exercise science, so I have to be careful when I talk about these things, because I want to make sure that people know I'm speaking from my knowledge base educationally, and not anyone else's. Because, like I said, I'm not a doctor, but I have found with me, you have people standing on top of their heads in other places, but when you do stand in the gym or you go for a walk, you will notice a life change when you use that as a form of medicine.
Okay.
So that is what I'm suggesting to people.
Okay, San Antonio, we're just having a little fun right here at KROV, but at the same time, we're still being serious and being able to share with you that, here in the city, there are qualified ones that can help you. You don't have to stay in the shape that you're in, and you don't have to be depressed, but there are ways but exercise, and what she's saying here, exercise will help. And most of all, those of you that that don't like drinking water, you need the H2O.
You need it. No, you don't need just 2 cups of it either. You need it, at least 8.
And then you wonder why. And because on the physical side of it, okay, even your urine turns colors, and when you see yellow, that ain't a good sign.
Yes.
And then when you see dark yellow, that's definitely not a good sign.
No.
So if you see clear, bingo.
Yes, we're good.
So drink plenty of water, exercise, stretch your body, and most of all, now, what do you recommend? Okay, because we're going to be playing Phil and Brenda Nicholas. Normally they come in at this time, but we're going to play their songs. They love people, But what do you recommend for ones when it comes to fruit?
Well, that's actually a really good question. So you want to make sure that you stay away from eating fruits that are high in fruit sugar called fructose. And so a lot of people were like, "Oh yes, I had fruit. I have a banana. I have 2 every single day, or I have 3." And lo and behold, you have so much sugar, like fructose in that banana. It's not always beneficial.
Okay. And what's normally what is good to be able to keep you going for energy?
Well, what I use is I have an apple. Things like an apple are good sources of energy. Yes.
Okay. Now we got green apples. We have red apples.
Any type of apple.
And that will give you energy.
Gives you a boost of energy.
Okay. Now, when it comes to food, okay, those that, as I mentioned before, that likes to, like myself, eat and run.
Right.
What is good to be able to eat and run with?
For snacks, things that are good to eat and run with are almonds, protein shakes, apples, boiled eggs, even cheese sticks. Some protein bars, you kind of want to stay away from those. Fruits that are low in fructose sugar. There's so many things. Green juices, protein shakes. So many things that you can use to grab on the go.
What about peanut butter and jelly?
peanut butter and jelly is will work.
She's saying it
It
real
will work.
slow.
It will work. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. If you have too many of those, especially like if you're diabetic or if you're trying to lose weight, peanut butter is a great way to gain weight. So you want to watch out for that. That's something that people don't know.
Because they're always talking about peanut butter is protein.
You know what? It is, but a good alternative to peanut butter is actually almond butter.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Never. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so, but then, if you are gonna do a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you also want to make sure that I said sandwich. Oh man, you want to make sure that the bread, you want to have a wheat bread. There's also this particular bread called Ezekiel bread. That's one of the best types of breads that you can have as well.
Okay. Want to thank you once again. She'll be here for us with about another 45 minutes, so you'll be hearing her off and on. But right now, we got to pay some bills. So coming up next, right after these announcements, will be songs by Phil and Brenda Nicholas out of the Los Angeles, California area. So don't go away.
He's been good. Phil. Brenda. Come on. Verse 1.
When I look around and see all of the things that he's done for me, could have been dead, sleeping in my grave, but he told them to get back and behave. Yeah. He's been good to me, more than this world could ever be. 24 hours, praise, if I could, he's been good.
Verse 2.
Every morning,
When I get out of bed,
it's through grace and mercy that I know He shed. So I gotta praise Him the way He should, 'cause there's too much evidence that He's been good.
he's been good to me. More than this world
Could ever be 24 hours.
if I could.
If I could,
Sing it again.
show you love.
fellas, y'all. Everybody. He's been good.
If I could, you know I surely would, yeah. He's been good to me.